All right then, everybody. Here we go, second session of the day. And that honor falls to Janis Thomas, who is Managing Director of Look Fabulous Forever, a D2C brand who sell makeup and skincare for older women. Now, you know, Janis is one of my favorite speakers from last year, so I'm really excited to see her back on the stage again for us this year. If you haven't seen her speak before, you know, Janis is an expert in marketing, in e-commerce, in customer experience. You know, she's grown a diverse range of e-commerce brands, subscription businesses, everything from, you know, Look Fabulous to Birchbox and Playboy. She's held senior roles across e-commerce, digital, and entertainment for over 20 years. So absolutely believe me, you're going to hear from somebody who's been there and done that, has got something to share with you. So sharing the secrets to achieving continuous improvement, please welcome Janis.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Joe. Good morning, everybody. So yes, today I'm going to talk to you about building a culture of continuous improvement. So what does that mean and why does it matter? So continuous improvement is about exponential versus linear growth. So what does that mean? So it means if you improve your checkout experience and you improve your conversion rate as a result, and then you improve your PDP, and then you improve your homepage experience. You keep building on these improvements, and that's what leads to exponential growth. So you go from doubling every year to doubling every 6 months to doubling every 3 months, and you gain this momentum behind it. But it's doing it in achievable steps. It's not saying, okay, we've got to double the business in the next 3 weeks. It's saying, well, actually, can we increase our sales by 1% this month? And if we can improve them by 1% this month, and then 1% next month, and then that growth gets faster and faster and faster over time. And it's also about continuous learning, that everything that we do, everything that we try, we're moving forward. It's that forward momentum. And a big part of that is that every time we do something that doesn't work, we learn something. That's really, really valuable information. So failing isn't failure. Failure is something that we should be encouraging because we've learned something that doesn't work. And that could actually be more valuable than we tried something, we just happened to be at the right place in the right time, and we can never replicate that again. Whereas knowing something that we shouldn't do, that door is then closed. But it's about a journey rather than a destination. So we don't say, oh, we've continuously improved. We've done that, tick that box. It's not, it's a journey. And that's one of the things I find most exciting about e-commerce, that we can always drive more traffic to our sites. We can drive better quality traffic. We can convert more of it. We can retain more customers. And all of those things have infinite potential. They're never done. They can always be better. We can always do more. We can always learn more. And the more that we get this forward momentum, the faster we move, the faster we grow. So let me tell you a little bit about our journey to create a culture of continuous improvement at Look Fabulous Forever. We have 5 steps. We started by creating a compelling mission and vision. We then developed a strategy to achieve those ambitious goals. We co-designed our values. We embedded those values in our team development process, and we built rituals to celebrate success and learn from failure. And I'm going to take you through the steps of specifically what we did to achieve those today. So let me take a step back and tell you a little bit about Look Fabulous Forever. So our founder, Trisha Cusden, she started the brand 10 years ago in 2013. She was 65 at the time, so she's 75 now, and the most amazing, inspiring woman who is still involved with the business on a daily basis. And essentially, as she got older, she struggled to find makeup and skincare products that worked for her skin. Particularly after she had been through menopause, the products that she had been using all her life weren't designed for those. Because if you speak to people in the beauty industry, they consider an older customer as someone over 25. That our customers are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and they feel very much excluded by mainstream beauty brands and retailers. They don't see themselves represented. They don't see products being designed for their needs. And if you ever met Trisha, she's not the kind of person to take that lying down. So essentially, she said, do you know what? If these products aren't out there for me, I'm going to work out how to formulate them, how to manufacture them, how to distribute them, how to build the website, all of those things. And the business has gone from strength to strength in the last 10 years. So back to that culture of continuous improvement in the business. So the first step was to create a compelling mission and vision. And so when I joined the business just over 3 years ago, this was our mission statement. We're on a mission to lasso a generation to look, live, and feel fabulously forever. So I asked the question, where did this come from? What was the process? And I was told, oh, this was actually some feedback from our customer. The customer told us this, and we just embraced this idea. And I looked at it and I was like, I like it. I like the sentiment. I like the fact that it came from customers. But there's something about it that just feels a little bit off to me. And I spent some time with it, and I looked at it, and I said, do you know what? It's that word lasso. There's something fundamentally non-consensual about the idea of being lassoed. Nobody wants to be lassoed and dragged behind a horse, do they? It just doesn't have the right tone for what we're trying to achieve as a brand. So I changed one word. We're on a mission to empower a generation to look, feel, and live fabulously forever. And suddenly, that was it. It's like, yes, this is what we're trying to do. This encapsulates what it is that we're trying to achieve. So what does that mean for us as a brand? So fundamentally, we are about empowering our customers. That means we're not just trying to sell them makeup and skincare products. A fundamental part of our business is providing useful and helpful content that helps our customers understand not just that, for example, you would buy a different type of eyeliner if you were 75 than if you were 25. You want a soft product. You want a product that's not black. It's a dark color, but it's not black. It's going to be very soft and blendable and flattering. But also, how you would apply that product in a flattering way is very different when you're 75 than when you're 25. So providing our customers with those techniques, that useful content, that interesting content. And they think it's pretty useful and helpful because over half of our emails get opened. Over 80% of our customers want to receive an email from us every single day. So we're fulfilling that part of the mission. We advocate for our customers that Trisha really wants to stand up for the fact that our customers are stereotyped by society, that if most people think of a woman in her 70s, they will picture a grey-haired granny in a grey cardigan. No. Women in their 70s are the generation of the Beatles and Mary Quant and the miniskirt. These are passionate, vibrant women who want to see themselves accurately reflected by society, and that is something that Trisha in particular champions for. We're primarily a beauty brand. We have these ideas, people come to us and say, oh, have you thought about scarves or clothes or shoes or all of those things? No, we're a beauty brand. That's really important for our strategic focus as a business. We want to have an impact beyond our products. We want that actually, do you know what? If you watch our tutorial video and you see how to apply your eyeliner in a flattering way, and then you go and buy a product from Superdrug, great, we're still helping you. We're still changing your life. And it's also about inspiring our team as well as our customers. That move to the mission being about empowering people is really inspirational for the team. It makes us somewhere where they're proud to work. So that's all very nice, but that's pretty fluffy. What does that actually mean in terms of business goals? So if we want to empower this generation, then surely we want to empower more customers. We want to grow our customer base and grow our revenue. It's also very much this culture of continuous improvement is about profitable growth, sustainable growth without investment, which particularly for D2C brands is becoming increasingly important. That, you know, go back a couple of years and yay, get some funding and let's do some TV advertising and all of those things. A lot of those easy money opportunities have gone away. So for us, we've always fundamentally been about continuous improvement, bank those improvements, bank that growth, and capitalize on it. So again, these are nice ideas, but what does that mean in practice for the team? What does that mean that they're going to be trying to do every day? So we have what we call our 5 pillars of growth, which are all about exponential growth from incremental improvements. First is conversion optimization and improving our website experience. The second is increasing new customers, whether that's new channels, new markets, new creative, new ways of doing things. It's about creating a regular pipeline of new products that we know our customers are incredibly loyal, they're incredibly passionate about our products. We know that 73% of our customers have recommended us to someone. Not the NPS score, how likely are you to maybe say something to someone. 73% of our customers have recommended us to someone. So that pipeline of new products that improve their lives in new ways is really crucial. And as a result of that, increasing lifetime value, the building our relationship with our customers is going to increase our LTV. And it's also about developing our team. It's not just that we want a culture of continuous improvement from a business perspective, but also from our team's personal development perspective. So all of those are about continuous improvement. So we had this mission, we decided what it meant in principle, we decided what it meant in practice, but there was an important piece that was about culture. And so we had been through COVID, you know, kind of everyone had been working from home. We'd had quite a lot of changes in the team, and maybe our culture hadn't been brilliant before the kind of COVID thing. So here was an opportunity for us to come together and say, actually, what do we want our values to be as a business? So we came together as a whole organization to develop our values. And we started that everyone in the business looked at their own individual strengths. So we used a tool called the VIA Character Strengths Finder, which if you've never used it before, it is absolutely brilliant. I'm a huge fan. And it told us things like, for example, my top strengths are love of learning, zest, enthusiasm, and energy, hope, optimism, and future-mindedness, and industry diligence and perseverance. And you can see how those 4 qualities come together to make someone who would be quite well designed to fit in an organization that's passionate about continuous growth. But different people on the teams had different strengths. And what we were able to see is where were the common themes, where were the things that were really crucial to our business, where were the things that set us apart, how did those things interact together to create when we were at our best. So at the end of this process, we had 4 values. They are progress through creativity. We are open to new ideas and innovation. We are committed to continuous improvement and growth. So we're making a commitment to be about that continuous improvement culture, but we are open to new ideas wherever they may come from. Recognition. We celebrate our success and show gratitude and appreciation for each other and our achievements. This is really, really crucial when we're all about the journey and not the destination, because our job is never done. We are never finished. And that can be demoralizing over time. If you're constantly running faster and faster and faster and you're never getting to a destination, then actually taking a moment to breathe and look back and look at all that we have achieved and celebrate it is really crucial to getting that fuel to continue that journey on. Integrity. We are honest, respectful, and true to ourselves and each other. This is really important when we want everyone in the business to be able to put their hand up when they have an idea, even if it's not their area of expertise. So we need them to have that integrity. We also need to have that integrity to be open to the fact that do you know what, someone else on another team who doesn't do what you do may have a good idea, and you've got to be open to that. Compassion, we treat each other with empathy, understanding, and kindness. We help and support each other without judgment. Well, that might sound fluffy on the surface, but it's absolutely crucial in this culture. That empathy is one thing, to feel and understand what your colleague is going through, but compassion is empathy and action. What are you going to do about it? Somebody's having a tough time. Somebody's got a heavy workload. What can you do to make their lives better? So that is how those 4 values fit together. And I've worked in plenty of organizations where you do these exercises and you come up with the corporate values and they're never mentioned again. Or you come up with the values and they're on posters on the wall around the office, but what the posters say and what people do are 2 very different things. So how do we embed those values into the team? So once a year, we do 360 feedback specifically on our values. So for each of those 4 values, for everyone in the organization, we will rate them on a score of 1 to 5. Do they embody this value? Where have they demonstrated it? Where is the evidence? Give me an example of a time they demonstrated compassion. Give me an example of a time they didn't demonstrate compassion, but not just giving a number, justifying why you feel that way. And we all go about our daily business with the best of intentions. But sometimes our impact doesn't match our intention, and only other people can tell us what impact we're having versus what our intention was. So that feedback is incredibly valuable, and we use that to create personal development priorities, saying, oh, actually, do you know what? It was never my intention to do this, but I know from my colleagues this is an area I can do better, therefore I'm going to invest the time. These are the specific things I'm going to do to challenge myself to be better on those values. And then the final piece is around embedding those values, because yes, the once a year 360 feedback process, that's incredibly valuable, but how do we keep that alive the rest of the year? So every week we come together as an organization, and every single person in the company has to come armed with one of 3 things. Either a win, something they personally have achieved in the past week. A learning, something they've learned or discovered in that time, or a thank you to someone else on the team. So we do that both as a company, but we also do that within teams, that every team comes together and they come prepared with those wins, learnings, and thank yous, and forcing the team to think about recognition, to think about compassion, to think about learning and continuous improvement all the time, and having that integrity to be honest about that. And so this is all very nice, having this culture, but what has been the impact of that on the business? We're currently experiencing twice as much traffic as we were this time last year, which I know Andy Mulcahy from IMRG is going to be talking to you later. He will likely say that most businesses are not seeing a traffic increase. In fact, UK e-commerce as a whole is seeing a downturn in traffic. We've doubled our new customers, so part of that role around empowering more people, we're achieving that. We saw a 40% increase in our YouTube subscribers, so we're improving our content. And we saw our highest ever NPS score, so our customers also think that we are continuously improving as a business. So in conclusion, we started by creating a compelling mission and vision. We developed a strategy to achieve our ambitious goals. We co-designed values together. We embedded those values in our team development process. And then finally, we built rituals to celebrate success and learn from our failure. I hope you found that interesting. Thank you.